Good night. I wanted to make a quick video because I was just watching a BGS stream with, I think it's like Covina Man, and someone else was on there. I forgot the gentleman's name. He's on there quite a bit too. It's kind of messed up. I forget his name. But I've gotten bored with the conversations that about ELs and it just boiling down to just wanting pussy. It's really getting kind of annoying because a lot of the times you'll see where the term or where pussy gets introduced by the person saying, you guys just want pussy. And it's just like, no, sometimes we really just want better for our community, the people around us, and things like that. Some, of course, do want pussy because you can't make a blanket statement saying that, hey, we just don't want pussy, all of us, like, I could understand that. I was an EL that just wanted pussy, and then I got the pussy, and it was just kind of like, okay, it's not that big a deal. And really what I'm seeing is something I'd like to change myself. If I was to make the argument about Pookie and Ray Ray, it'd be hard because really the definitions differ between groups, between the Pookie and Ray Rays and the actual like educated lames. Oh, by the way, it's like my friend's M4. It's like my coworker's M4. The shit's freaking sick. Okay, the video is disgusting. Anyways, the video is just really bad. I can't even show the damn car off properly. But it's getting really annoying, and I understand it. It's just a hot topic. I don't have to listen, but I listen to a BGS stream because even with all this, there's a lot of gems that are dropped. So, like, it's kind of like, you kind of just wade through the mud so you can find, the beauty in it, the lily, the treasure, what have you. So I listen because I know he's going to say something. I know he's going to say something that's just going to be like, oh shit, all right, cool, write that down. So that's cool. But what I'd like to see, even from educated lames, is if they want you to wash dishes, just say okay and just walk out. Don't even wash the dishes. I'm not saying leave the black community and all this other bullshit. I don't really believe in that as an educated lame, classic man, what have you. I believe what we should do is really start to make the changes, enact the changes that we want for our community and what we see for other community. And not from a position of servitude, because you're not going to tell somebody who is in the talented 10th, as BGS puts it, which is a term that I do like, or a person that is in the top 1% of earners, which, hey, thankfully, is me. But you're not going to tell somebody that made 72K plus that, of black male millennials, I think all you have to make is about 75K, which is a very, 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 very low number. Why does my hair look... Fuck this hair. It's a very, very, very low number. Like, 72K is... Jesus Christ, that's so fucking low. It's not even funny. And it saddens me that 72K is where we tap into the top 1%. It does not take much to make 72K. But for black male millennials, it's a big deal. I don't really get it myself. I know it took me a while to get to it. This past year, I made well within that and getting closer to 6 figures. So that was cool. But I think what we have to do as educated lames, classic men, is get away from these talking points, isolate ourselves, and start to do the work. start to do the work. Do the work that we want. Like, if, for instance, if you wanna divest and get away, then go ahead and do so quietly. Leave it alone. Because a lot of the frustration and the energy that we're putting into these arguments, trying to defend ourselves, our way of life, our way of thinking, what have you, our hermit, our shellism, I guess I'll dub it. But a lot of the things that we're doing to defend ourselves in these comment sections, in these videos where there's just a lot of frustration and pain and anger, and that we're putting out, it's just not necessary. I don't believe it's necessary. That's against the way I operate. I'm that type of person. So this is coming from me, in my opinion, and this is what I've chosen to do myself. I think really take what you can from the people that are giving you information, and use it however you wish, and go forward, and probably starting tutor programs. Myself, I have started it. I started one a couple weeks ago with one of my athletes. It's really an experiment. He's somewhat of a guinea pig, like the kid, but he's got a 1.7 GPA, and I think I've talked about this in my last video. And I want to do something to try and improve him, because his goal is just to graduate high school, and that's really a low goal, and that to me is a bit of a problem. But I'm going to try my best to encourage him, motivate him, get him better, and, expose him to certain things. So he wants to know more about, hey, Coach Mike, how do you do your businesses, business meetings, and other things that I can do to try and improve his situation, or improve his level of exposure to these things. And I think that's just a better use of my time and energy. And I believe that, other educated lames that feel that way should go ahead and start doing things like that. If you see that the black community is having a problem where we have a lot of sons and daughters that are misled, male, female educated lames that are misled and led astray and not exposed enough to higher levels of thought, thinking, business, and ways of life, I think you should go ahead and try and take them under your wing best as possible. Go through the proper background checks, do something that you can be consistent with. Consistency is so incredibly important. Don't just do this and be like, oh, well, I'm gonna do this, and then you do it for like a week and it's just like, okay, I'm busy, I got other things. If you can't do it, support someone else that can. Maybe even like pay or host something, even in your home or a space, and rent it out so that kids can come, so you don't have to do it yourself. You can get to making the money, and supporting a person that is supporting what you want to see, not paying them per se, but you could buy them some juices and some cookies or some snacks, man. Like the kid that comes over my house, somebody be like, Coach, would you happen to have another Slim Jim by any chance? And I'd be like, yeah, I do. So now I'm going to start stocking Slim Jims, but it's funny. But I think we can use our energy for better things. And this has been said, and this is not something new, but as an EL, I'm looking at this and I'm like, all our conversations are just getting boiled down and pushed back into just saying, hey, we're talking about just pussy. And it's just like, no, some of us are hurt. Some of us are talking about pussy. But at the end of the day, whether it's dick or pussy, you can get an STD. You can get a baby that you have to pay for a support, for long periods of time, for years on end, for your fucking life. I'm sorry, that you have to support for your life. And it's not just about pussy. And for those ELs out there that it's just about pussy, please visit a strip club. You got money, save something up. These bitches fucking for the low. Like, it's not even funny. Like, you can get it for $80 in the club. I mean, I can get jerked off while getting a $20 dance. Like, I'm being disgusting. I'm being vulgar. But come on, man. This is bigger than this. It's bigger than pussy, man. Like, it just... And to get our conversations and our points just boiled down to that really hurts me and irks me in so many ways. And it's just pissing me off. It's getting annoying, man. And I'm going to just make a concerted effort to step away from that whole rhetoric. Because, again, Mr. Researcher said this in his videos. It's like, yo, what's going to happen when your dick don't work no more? And it's just so true. Because now I'm thinking like, oh, listen, let me buy a triplex or something like that, live in one of the units, rent out the other 2 units, move out of that, get a house, put it on a 15-year mortgage. By the time I'm 32 right now, 15 years, I can pay it off and I'll be 47. By the time I'm 47, 50, I got some rental income and that could be my retirement. Like, come on, things like that. We too smart for just to be boiled down to just... we just want pussy. And it's just like, and then to have that repeated over and over and over and over again is getting on my fucking nerves. Like, it's killing me to hear that shit. It's like, yo, just pussy? Really? Just pussy? And if you an EL out there and that's what it really is for you, please look at yourself. I understand. I don't know what level of your development and your progress you are, where you're at. But if it's just pussy, find something else, man. And for the ELs that get this message and they say, hey, listen, I really, I feel what you're saying, Mike. Feel what you're saying. No homo. This is like a joke between one of my coaches. He does, me and one of my coaches, he does that to like his students in his college course. At the local community college. It's fucking hilarious. So if it's just that and you see yourself in that position and you see yourself doing that, like, please get out of it. Whether it's, you know, going buying it or just getting a porn subscription. Like, if it's just about pussy, figure it the fuck out. But I'm just getting tired of just getting that thrown onto us or us thrown into that and just getting like, oh, okay, y'all can just go wash dishes and y'all need some palm olive or something like that. And it's just like, no, you're not going to tell me who made $90K last year to go wash no fucking dishes, because I'm going to go back there, I'm going to take them fucking plates, and I'm going to smash them up against the fucking wall. You can eat dick and die. Like, fuck that shit. Don't tell me to wash no fucking dishes, and that's total bullshit. And I think what we need to do is not talk about it, be people of action, and go ahead and execute. Just execute. Do something better. Appreciate your time. Have a nice one.